Yeah, hello YouTube. Yeah, today is another day. We are having some two motherboards here. Yeah, these motherboards, I think they belong to an 840 G1 or 820. This is not an 840, it's an 820. And the reason as to why you see them this way is because they come from another computer shop. Yeah, as also serve the customers, there are also other computer shops that I work for. Somebody will have a motherboard. Maybe the client brings the laptop to them, and maybe they don't have all the tools, the necessary tools and the skills, and they bring it to me to help them. Like these two came from two different technicians. I don't know, one was talking about, one told me they bought the motherboard online, like in eBay, and maybe they wanted to see whether they can resurrect the motherboard and use it somewhere. So when I check the two motherboards here, so let me come with the power jack. Okay, I can see on my power supply it's taking 4 milliamps. That's quite low. That's quite low. And what about the other one? This one is taking 4 milliamps too. They are most likely to have the same fault. Is that what we are talking about here? Are they the same exact models? Let me see. Yeah, exactly. You see this number here, 142 C60 MBA01. It is the same with this one. Yeah, sometimes this is how you try to investigate to see whether some laptops have got some very common issues, or some laptops, like you'll find out that Lenovo have a certain issue. All Lenovo's, or that's a certain brand of a Lenovo, they have a tendency of getting, maybe suffering from frozen BIOS all the time. You remove the RTC, you reset the BIOS, and they're back to normal. Maybe we could also conclude that this model of a laptop would be having, it's common to have this issue. The one we already don't know, the one we are going to diagnose right now and try to see what the issue could be. Yeah, so let's start with this one. Yeah, let's start with this one. Yeah, so come with the, I don't know whether it's a bit far from you. Maybe I try to magnify a bit. Yeah, that's the best the camera would do for now. So let me remove the RTC here. And so the part we're going to start with is the charging. Yeah, remember, we have always said you start from the charger going into the motherboard. For charger, we know you're having a voltage at least 18 on my multimeter, as you can see. So you plug in the charger, you come on the charging connector, take any ground here, like you can take this one. The ground can be this one. You know how you test ground? Let's go to continuity mode. On my multimeter, I'm on continuity mode. Touch the probe, you get 00, and I can also hear a beep. So what are the grounds? This is a ground. Let me touch one ground I know, this one. Put the black probe there, and here is ground. There's a beep. You can see 00 on my multimeter. Ground here, 0000. Ground is, there are so many areas which are ground. So how do you know something is not a ground? You'll get a value of no beep. Like this one is not a ground. As you can see, we don't have a beep. This ground, but this one we have a reading, so that is not a ground. So that's how you assess the ground. When you touch one ground and you're having a beep from this one, from this one, from this one, this one, this one, all those are areas you can use as reference to ground. So let's go back to the voltage mode and come to check here on the charging connector. Are we having then? Yeah, we have the 19 volts. And so we come on this here, we have the 19 volts also on this area here. You can see where I'm touching with my probe here. So when I come under the microscope, you see the charging port and this one. So let's go under the microscope, so that maybe you can see clearly what I'm doing. Okay, back to microscope mode. Okay. Too bright. So where's the charging port? Now this is the charging port. As you can see, this is the charger here. We insert the charger. Now we want to check the, so let's try to make the view a bit broad. So that we can see much of the details. I think that's the best we can gather from that one. Yeah, so let me come with a multimeter. So put the ground, so check on the charging connector here. You can see, let me focus. Okay, check on my multimeter. So the ground is not very stable there. Let me use this ground. Here you can see 18 volts when I touch this part of the 18 volts. That is 19 when we round off. That is 19. And you come to this diode here, 19. You come to this current resistor here, you have 19. And you come to the first MOSFET, we don't have 19 here. Yeah, we have 19 here. Okay, is the gate on this side? I don't think the gate is on this side, it's on the other side. Yeah, this is the gate here. Oh, and we don't have a voltage here, or we are. So we don't have a voltage on the gate, and also on this MOSFET we don't have a voltage. You can see. And so what do we do? Let's go to the continuity mode and try to see whether there's a problem with the gate. I'm going to disconnect the charger first so that I may not get a short circuit. So let me see whether we have a short to ground. No short. So let me come between the source and the drain. So on this one, oh, I think I can see some short circuit. You can see there's a beep. This MOSFET is shorted, as you can see. There's a reading, sometimes a beep, a reading. Yeah, now we have a continuous. Yeah, the resistance is too low. That is a very low resistance, so I think there's a problem with this MOSFET. And so what we're going to do is we are going to remove the MOSFET first. See whether the okay. So this is the MOSFET. Let me come with some. This one here. I'll grab a tweezer. HP motherboard. Let's grab this MOSFET. Yeah, MOSFET are like switches. We have said that before. Yeah, they are either in open or closed mode. A MOSFET is either opened or closed. When it's closed, it cannot flow power from one side to the other. Like in this case, this MOSFET is closed. Okay. Yeah, the MOSFET is out. Let's place it there. And now I think I want to test whether the MOSFET is shorted. Yeah, this is the MOSFET. We have a short on this MOSFET, so the reflection is too high. Let's try to reduce the reflection. And so let's see about that MOSFET. Okay. You can see there's a value on my multimeter. On the gauge, there's a value too. So the MOSFET is okay. So what is causing the MOSFET not to flow charge on the other side of the board? I think we may have a short circuit, and so let's do some voltage injection on this current resistor here. So let's do some voltage injection here. Okay. Okay, let me come with some solder. Okay, no. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to solder that wire here. Let me put some more solder on this wire. Okay, the wire is soldered. So let me come with the plus from the power supply, and let me come with the ground. So I'll reduce the power a little bit, maybe to something like 5. I'm on a 19 volts power rail, so I'm not so much worried about and I can see we have a short circuit here. Something is shorting, just as I had guessed. The problem is I don't know why. I'm just about to find out. What do you think is shorting here? Yeah, I think something is on the other side of the board. I hope this doesn't burn my finger. Oh, okay, I know what is heating, so let me try to show you. Let's do it together. So what is heating here? Yeah, you can see some character there that does not look very nice. It's a ceramic capacitor. This one, this guy here. So let me not try to short the rest of the motherboard at least. So you see this guy here. Let's give some alcohol, a bit of alcohol. Okay, so okay, let me come with some rubber band. I don't know why this bottle of mine is not pouring the isopropyl alcohol. They are supposed to. And let me try and make the hole a bit bigger. I think it's a bit better now. Yeah, so I'll come with the. Okay, so where is that place again? Yeah, this guy here. You see this guy, this one here. Let's give him some alcohol. See the way he's drying the alcohol very quick. So maybe let me give some. See, you can tell this is our guy. Yeah. So let me come with some flax. At least let him liquefy his own flax, the one that we're going to use to work on him. Yeah, let's give him some plenty amount of flax. Let him help us liquefy the flax for us. See. Okay, I think this one is for the multimeter. I need the one for the power supply. The one for the power supply, I think is this one here. So see how he's melting that flax. Oh, this cup is goddamn hot. It's damn hot. Damn hot. This one will burn your finger. This one will burn your finger like. Hmm? That cup is taking a lot of power, a lot of heat. Yeah, so let's get rid of that cup. Yeah, this is a HP motherboard shorted to ground. I can't imagine that we'll go back to the other motherboard and maybe do some diagnosis and find out that the same cap is shorted. What do we call that now? Eh? Suppose we start working on this other motherboard and we find that the same cap in that motherboard. These are the same model motherboards, HP motherboards, 820 G something. Also, we read the motherboard number and everything is identical. And then we happen to find that if also the problem is identical. We have an identical problem on both motherboards. What can you conclude? Maybe in this model of this laptop, there's that problem with the model. The problem of shorting to that certain capacitor, that specific capacitor. That's the only thing we can conclude if we find out that also in the other model that is the problem. But now since we have not gone there, we have not started that diagnosing that motherboard. Let's first of all finish on this one and now go check on the other one. Let's put it aside. So let me come with the multimeter. And maybe try to check for some short circuit. Let's confirm whether this cap is shorted. Although it looks shorted, but it's good to confirm with a multimeter. Let's see whether... Yeah, you can see on my multimeter I'm having a beep and a 00. That means that you can see also when I touch this probe. Yeah, we are not supposed to have 00. Let's take for instance like this, his friend here. You can see we are not having 00. You can see when we take a measurement on his friend, we are having like okay, I've just taken a good value. What is happening? What has happened? Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you're not going to get a beep on the other one. Now we have a value. You can see what you're supposed to read on any capacitor. You're supposed to have a value and not a short circuit like in this one here. See how this one is shorting to 0. Yeah, so the cap is bad. So actually, let's completely get rid of the cap. Let's do a total or a complete removal of this cap now. There's no need of having the cap on this motherboard, and it's a shorted one. Yeah, so the cap is out. Now, since we have found what was the issue, now we'll go back and return the MOSFET that we removed. You remember that MOSFET we removed earlier on? Because now I can't see any short circuit. Let me check again. Let me touch on any ground here, see whether you still have. Yeah, we don't have a short circuit. You can see when I touch on my power supply, we are getting 56 milliamps, 60 milliamps, 46, and not a short circuit. So yeah, let's come back and let's remove this wire out. And so let me come with the MOSFET now. We need to take back this MOSFET. Yeah, the MOSFET is back. Yeah, so yeah, let's come with the multimeter and see whether we still have a short on this MOSFET. Yeah, you can now see we don't have a short. Yeah, we don't have a short now. Let's cool down the MOSFET. Also try to clean the yeah, so that's it. So what do we do now? Let's come out of the microscope mode. I don't think we have anything else remaining on that motherboard as far as short circuit is concerned. Okay. Yeah, so let me zoom in a bit so that we can see this together. Yeah, so this one does not have a heat sink. But let's try to see, let's take the power supply back to 19 volts. And see whether you're going to have these lights here. Okay, this having a light here. I think we can only tell with this one here. Also, the power supply is going to tell us, because if the the amperage is high, we know that the motherboard is working fine. 17. Yeah, you can see this light is on. Yeah, the motherboard is working. You can see, so the motherboard does not have a heatsink. So we are not going to, let me borrow a heatsink. Yeah, since we saw that they are both the same models, and get that, Brian. Let me borrow this heatsink from his friend here, so that we may not kill the processor as we are trying to oh did this now. Somebody did not align this properly. Okay, so let's borrow the heatsink and see whether the fan is going to spin and everything else. Okay, let's take this back. Yeah, so now let's come with the are we going to have a fan spin? The light is here, the LED. You can see it. Yeah, the fan is spinning. You can see the fan is spinning. Everything is fine. Yeah, and the processor is getting hot. Yeah, the fan is spinning at quite a high speed because we don't have the RAMs. And so I think we are done with this laptop here, with this motherboard. So if we want to know whether it's having a display, can come with a keyboard here. Let's connect to one USB port. Oh, we don't have the RAMs, eh? Okay, we don't have the RAMs because the display will not appear if you're not having this RAM slot. But the board is okay. The board is fine. Maybe I'll request the customer to come, the technician, the computer shop guy to come with the rest of the stuff, and we test the motherboard. Yeah? So I think that's it. Yeah, so actually guys, I think what I'm going to do for this motherboard, I have to rush somewhere right away. There's something I want to go and work on. That's a system that customer cannot bring to my shop. I'll have to go and look for the system there. The customer has paid me to go there to do all the work and come back. I think I'll do this motherboard when I come back. Eh? When I come back, I'll do this motherboard. Eh? And which one is? This one is okay. Let me mark them. So this one is already fine. This one we are going to say number 1, and this one we are going to call it number 2. So we will come to work on number 2, just so that we may not get confused. Eh? Yeah, and remember, we saw that they were taking the same amperage. This one was taking 4 milliamps and the other one was taking 4 milliamps. Now I was just wondering, and we are going to find out together, be the both could it be the both motherboards are having the same problem? Try to imagine that we worked on a certain capacitor. Where is that capacitor again? It was somewhere between some two MOSFETs. Let me see. It's near the fan, eh? Is that cap near the fan, or I'm just talking my... So which cap did we replace? I got confused again. I can't remember. That was between some several MOSFETs and definitely was not on this side. Oh, where did we replace that cap? Okay. Let me try to remember. That was between some... somewhere here. Around this area of the heatsink. I think the heatsink is blocking that part for me. Yeah, that cap was this one. It was this one, eh? Remember this one here. We had one big cap and one small cap. I don't know whether you see that. One big cap and one small cap. Yeah, this is where we replaced the cap, eh? So when you come back, we'll see whether on board number 2, whether we are going to have the same problem, eh? Because the amperage that were being drawn were the same and everything was the same, eh? Okay guys, that's it for today. Not for today, actually, it's for that motherboard. I will just rush somewhere some few minutes and then come back and work on this motherboard here, number 2, and then we see what could be the issue with that motherboard too. So guys, continue subscribing, guys. We have reached 1000 subscribers, guys, and looking forward to you guys to make sure that we reach 2000 subscribers. Yes, we can do this together if you guys only subscribed. Yeah, the other day I was watching my YouTube channel, the studio, the statistics, and I found that the people who are watching, the subscribed people are just 20%. 80% have not subscribed. And guys, please just hit that subscribe button, like and share if you like the video. So let's meet in the next one. Have a good day.